So here this is, the joy of Proverbs, okay. Pure fives, 55, 25, 35, okay. In fact, you can do 35, 20, and then the word over, 60 in the center. And note the 37 cocoa, R-S-O-V, at the center of love, okay. And then the joy of a generous eye. Okay, this is how you multiply. Okay, you give to the poor, which is Son of Man. But the joy of a generous eye, this is amazing. So I, we know, is 5. So we'll look at the 5s here. This whole package begins with joy, letter for letter. E is J, A-N is O, G-R is Y. So this whole package begins with joy perfectly, J-O-Y. It's the word genera, okay? Or a green, okay? Literally, it's like the joy of a green lawn, or a green turf, or a green light, a green leaf, a green planet. The joy of a green garden, as in Eden. So notice that these letters are a green, the joy of a green anything, okay, like a green tree, of which there's several trillion on this earth. The joy of a green leaf, of which there's several gazillion on this earth, okay? So notice that those letters build J-O-Y perfectly. E-E-J, A-N-O, G-R-Y. 3 pairs that perfectly spell J-O-Y. Okay? So now you're paying attention to these letters, aren't you? He who has a green, a generous, now this is more 5s, 15 plus 40, that's 55. All these letters divide by 5. So it's the joy of a generous eye that adds 20. So he who has a generous eye will be blessed. Blessed equals happy. Okay, equals God food, by the way. For he gives of his bread to the poor, and this was Son of Man. Okay. But my friends, this is an invitation. Okay, generosity is not an annoyance. It is not a duty. It is not a ho-hum. It is not like, oh man, I have to do, the Christian generous thing. No, generosity is an invitation into higher levels of joy in the universe. There's an infinite amount of wealth in God's hands, but he's not going to dole it out and saturate humans until they actually ascend to godlike level of generosity individually. So here we go. A generous eye, that means you freely cast your stuff as fast and as abundantly as you can at needs everywhere. That's how you get silly amounts of riches and blessing from God. Stuff that you've never seen or heard, because God will create it anew. And then there's the joy of Proverbs, okay? And we talked about the R.S. Cocoa revelation. R.S. Cocoa, O.V. Cocoa. It's everywhere, okay?